Custom app development, real-time desktop analysis, and accurate voice cloning used to cost hundreds of dollars a month in subscription fees. Now, those exact enterprise-level capabilities cost exactly $0. But getting access to these tools has created a new problem. If you try to adopt every new free AI web app that launches, your clean workspace quickly turns into a massive, unmanageable mess of scattered tabs and forgotten logins. The modern bottleneck is no longer access to technology. It's the cognitive fatigue of trying to stitch together dozens of fragmented, specialized apps into a single day of work. This chart maps out the exact trade-off you have to make today. On the vertical axis, we have cost, and on the horizontal axis, specialization. You have to choose between spending financial capital on an all-in-one premium suite at the top left, or paying in cognitive overhead by managing multiple free apps at the bottom right. Right now, the market is completely flooded with these niche, zero-cost tools. Navigating this bottom right corner without a plan is a guaranteed way to kill your productivity. So we are ignoring the hype of collecting random applications. Instead, we are taking 10 specific, highly capable free tools and grouping them into 3 strict operational pipelines. True productivity requires dropping the top 10 list mentality entirely. You need a curated system built for your specific workflow. The first workflow is for the information synthesizer. If you're a student, researcher, or consultant, your primary bottleneck is drowning in 2-hour lecture recordings and dense 30-page PDF reports. This flowchart outlines the synthesizer pipeline. Every tool in this stack takes a heavy, unstructured raw input, runs it through an AI engine, and delivers a structured output. We start with NoteGPT. You feed the engine a raw URL from a lengthy YouTube lecture or documentary. Instantly, the software outputs highly detailed time-stamped notes and a fully mapped visual breakdown of the concepts. By letting the AI summarize the material, you bypass the active learning process. You rely entirely on the software's subjective weighting of what matters, which means you risk losing critical academic nuance. For text documents, the pipeline swaps to tools like MyLens and Napkin AI. Here, you drop in a dense PDF or EOR notes. The engine immediately converts that wall of text into complex visual node maps and presentation-ready infographics. Automating your design work saves time, but it heavily restricts your granular aesthetic control. If you need strict corporate brand compliance, these generated visuals will fall short. The synthesizer workflow saves hours of manual structuring and formatting, but you pay for that speed by sacrificing deep manual comprehension and exact visual customization. The second workflow targets the efficiency creator. If you own a small business or run marketing, your biggest hurdle is scaling your promotional assets without inflating your budget. We apply the exact same logic here with the creator pipeline: input, engine, output. First up is Freemly AI. You give this engine a single input, the live URL of your business website. The AI reads the site, extracts your brand's color palette and styling, and autonomously generates a complete, ready-to-post social media campaign. This cuts out hours of strategy planning. However, AI-generated campaigns operate on averages. The resulting posts are highly homogenized and safe, which risks making your brand invisible in a crowded feed. For multimedia production, we load Meta AI and Sonodo into the engine. You input basic text prompts detailing the images, animations, and music tracks you need. The pipeline generates free, unlimited visual and audio assets that are cleared for commercial use. This directly replaces the need for $30 monthly subscriptions to Midjourney or HeyGen. Operating inside these free walled gardens limits your ability to fine-tune the output. These assets work well as background filler, but they generally fail if you try to use them as premium focal points for a campaign. The creator pipeline drives your asset generation costs to zero. In exchange, you trade away the bespoke, standout quality required for top-tier content. The final workflow is for the power user and builder. This persona is looking for frictionless ambient integration with their PC and the ability to rapidly prototype software. We map this out in the builder pipeline. This starts with Whisperflow and Arena AI. Your input here is natural, stuttering human speech, dictating complex prompts across multiple top-tier models simultaneously. You get a flawless text output that automatically edits out your human stumbles, alongside free side-by-side benchmarking of heavyweight models like GPT against Claude. You are forced to manually juggle between different models and build new habits, breaking the seamless experience of just staying inside a native all-in-one application. For deployment and assistance, we load Apple and Google AI Studio into the engine. You type plain text ideas for a new application, or you share your live, real-time PC screen directly with the AI. Within seconds, you deploy a fully functional, shareable web app, or you get a real-time assistant analyzing your screen and answering questions as you work. Sharing your live screen introduces massive data privacy vulnerabilities, and the code generated for those instant apps is rigid and incredibly difficult to scale. The Builder pipeline offers immense deployment speed, but you have to accept severe security compromises and a disjointed user experience to get it. Free is an illusion in the software world. You are strictly paying for these tools with the friction of managing multiple platforms and learning new interfaces. This matrix grid organizes everything. Rows represent the synthesizer, creator, and builder personas, while columns break down core processing, visual, and audio engines. Assigning tools to their exact slots resolves the dilemma of choice. You only look at the row matching your daily work. This $0 stack is built for bootstrapped founders, budget-constrained students, and solopreneurs. It is for anyone who currently possesses more time than capital. If you prioritize enterprise-grade security, require deep fine-tuning for your creative assets, or demand a frictionless workflow without juggling tabs, reject this system. Pay the monthly premium for an established all-in-one model. Stop hunting for generic lists of the newest tools. Identify the single greatest operational bottleneck in your day and deploy only the specific pipeline built to break it. Mastering your AI workflow today is no longer about maximizing the number of apps you can access. It's about systematically minimizing your cognitive overhead.